It is time for the season to start in what I think is going to be a very long, hard, and a season that we're really going to struggle in the Premier League at Derby County. Let's do this. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell. Let you know when I actually upload the videos. It'd be much appreciated. We have made some other transfers, mainly players going out. Some kind of cutting some of the dead weight, so we're going to look at that. We do have another player that we're trying to bring in, waiting on a work permit. The work permit decision is on the 8th, so hopefully we'll be able to bring that gentleman in right there. In-wise, though, the last person we brought in that you guys seen was Walter Gonzalez. We brought in another player, Jack Stacey, right back for Bournemouth. Looks to be a really good player. He's going to be our starting right back. He is going to start over Sanderson on most games. Let Sanderson kind of develop a little bit more. So we got that. Looking at the people that has left the club, we've got rid of a good bit of players because I thought, hey, let's bring in some more depth. Let's cut some of this dead weight that's not going to play. We sold Nathan Byrne for $3.8 million to Bochum. Not even sure where Bochum is. In Germany, Bundesliga 2. So he's gone to Germany. We sold Tom Marks for $5.75 to Bristol City. We loaned out a youngster. We sold another youngster for $575,000. Craig Forsyth, I just let him go for free. We only had one other bid and he kept turning it down. I didn't want him on the books, so he has left the club. We sold Jack Marriott to Stoke for $1.9. And then we sold Bobby Duncan, a youngster that could eventually have gotten to the squad. I think he would have been a pretty good striker for us. But we need money right now. We need players we can use right now. So we sold him. We brought in Jack Stacey as a backup right back option. The player I'm trying to bring in right now is Reuben Fargus of Augsburg. Can play on either side. Looks to be a really good player. I'm really excited about this guy. We can get him in. He can play up top even. We can get him trained up there. He can play up there. He's in Bundesliga 2 as well. He played in the Bundesliga last year and the year before that. So he looks to be a pretty good little player. Excited about him. Today's episode, though, we're going to be going up against Southampton and Wolves. We've looked good in our friendlies. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. In goal, we got Grief, a back four of Stacey, Sauter, Clark, and Novak. Midfield's going to be Bird, Knight, and Wintle. Right-hand side, we got Uziak. On the left-hand side, we got Dembele. Up top, we got Armstrong. The reason why we're playing Dembele instead of Armstrong in that position is that, what's his name? Walter Gonzalez has picked up an injury. We've got a couple injuries, actually. So he's picked up an injury. Jaden Mitchell-Lawson has an injury. Deion Sanderson has an injury. Jordan Ibe has an injury. The Cabora gentleman, the right back backup option from Man City, he's picked up an injury, so he's not in the squad. Aiden Armstrong, I think, just got over an injury as well. We kind of had some injured players hit the thing. And the reason why we got some players unhappy, Christian Bielik's mad because I let Craig Forsyth go. He can get over it. Louis Sibley wants a new contract. I'm not willing to give him a new contract right now because I figure he will want to be an important player and we won't be able to work a deal out. Lee Buchanan, he wants a new contract. Same situation. He wants to be an important player, and I'm just not willing to give him that at this point in time. Who's this? Why are you not happy? Okay, you're Jaden Mitchell-Lawson. He's loan available. And I know, guys, I made a huge mistake signing Woodrow. The only thing I can think of doing is we can eventually sell him, hopefully. I don't know. Don't know what I don't know what our scouts was thinking on that. His contract is up in 3 years, so he's going to be here for a little bit unless we can hopefully move him on. I don't think we'll ever get the $7 million back for him. Maybe in the offseason we can get rid of him. But we're going to be starting our Premier League campaign today against Southampton. Let's do this. But after we do a squad number. Otto for the win. I really don't know what to expect. Hopefully our dynamics are still somewhat okay. We've brought in a lot of new faces. We've kept some players in, though, so maybe there is still some team cohesion that's out there. Been working hard. Hopefully we can get the win. Oh, of course we're excited. The players are excited. I'm excited. The fans are excited. We're hopefully going to get a win out here. Looks like it's a home game for us. This is going to be very interesting, guys. I should be recording to the Journeyman right now, but I really wanted to play some of the Darby County save tonight, and I can't play it unless I record these two matches. So here we are, and it is I was about to say it's a Darby County highlight right off the bat, but that little lovely pass by Wintle right there, I like that. Bird, Knight, Duziak, we're playing the ball really nice. Wintle up to Armstrong. Armstrong gets it taken away from him. Offensively, I thought we looked pretty good in that little exchange right there. Saying that Northampton's probably going to come down here and score against us. Stacy clears it away nicely up to Aiden Armstrong. Over to Duziak. We're playing. Our passing is looking very good right now. Aiden Armstrong gets a chance. He gets his first goal in a Darby County jersey. The first of the season. First of anybody for the season. We are leading 1-0 in the 6th minute. That is the way to start your season off, Aiden Armstrong. That's good stuff right there. So who do you think is going to be the key player this season out of the squad that we've brought in? I don't know really. I would like to see Walter Gonzalez out there today. I do think Grief is going to have a really good season for us to stay up, and I think he is capable of it. It's just I don't know if we're going to stay up. I really don't. Hey, safe hands, Grief. That's what we're talking about. Looking good. Yeah, I wanted to bring another winger up. That way we could have somebody that's a little bit better than Duziak and Dembele. And considering that we had just lost Jack Marriott and we lost Tom Lawrence, we needed another player at that position. So next year I want to work a little bit harder on getting better loanee signings than what we did. I opted to bring in a little bit of depth with the 2 loanee signings we got. They're not great players. They shouldn't be in the league, but they are. They should be loaned out to the championship. Dembele gets his first of the season, assist by Ryan Wintle. Running away with it, boys. It's 2-0. We lead going into the 16th minute. I still think Dembele can be a Premier League player with how he performed last year. I think everybody's sleeping on him a little bit, including me, because I'm bringing somebody in to start over him on that position for most days. For Aiden Armstrong, I think will be the main starter over there. And then the other guy can be on the side that Duziak's on, the Fargus guy. I really didn't expect this to be the first, what would be happening in the first half. The highlights have shown us being a much better side. The stats, not so much. It's a pretty close match according to the stats. Duziak, he's in there for Armstrong to get a brace. It's his second of the season. Assist by Duziak. We're up 3-0 at this point, getting close to going into halftime. And we may be able to bring in some players like Buchanan at this point in the second half. Like I said, I still want to use him to build around a little bit on our defense. I think he can be a really good player for us in the future there at this level. I was just hoping we could develop some of these guys like Bird, Knight, and Buchanan in the championship instead of them having to really battle it out and arguably should be on the bench in most games. I just want to see who we have on the bench. I'm not going to make any changes. So, Felix, okay, Buchanan. Yeah, I want to bring Buchanan on. Bring in Sibley at some point. Yep. I'm not going to make any halftime changes, though. They're not needed. If we have another left wing option, I might bring him in. What we might end up doing is moving Aiden Armstrong back to left wing and bringing in Woodrow up top. Just to get Dembele out of the lineup. He's got a little bit of the yellow face going for him right now. He had that before everybody else did. So, like I said, him and Novak probably coming off. If Sanderson was healthy, this would be a good matchup or a good part for him to come in that I would like to do. Get it out, guys. Get it out. Oh, okay. There we go. One thing I'm happy about signing Matt Clark for, though, is that him and Sauter already have a little bit of a chemistry So I think that's going to be a good. That's got to be a good thing for us this year. Ujiak gets it in. It's his first of the season. We go up 4-0. Assist by Max Bird. What is happening? I am shocked. I thought if we would have got a win out of this match, it's the opposite of what I was thinking in the last. I don't know if it's the last episode, in one of the previous episodes of the Journeyman, that if we could have got a win out of any of these two games that we're going up against, I would have been just shocked. Okay, so it is time to make a little bit of changes. Dembele is really getting tired out there. He's going to come off as much as I don't want to because he's playing really well. Armstrong's going to move back. Woodrow's coming in. Novak, I think we're going to bring on Buchanan for. Got a little confused right there. And that's what we're going to roll with for right now. We'll see what we want to do with the last change if we want to take off one of the center backs. Both of them have yellow cards right now. Ujiak has the ball now. He gets a little bit tackled kind of hard. Woodrow gets it in. It's his first of the season. Everybody's scoring in the attack today. It is 5-0 by Derby County. Okay, I'm happy we went up. I'll say it. Obviously, like I said, we're probably running off the high of last year. I think at some point teams will start to figure us out and we'll start to kind of dip. But if we can build somewhat of a lead before that happens in the league, that'll be good. So looking at the squad, I think we're going to take Matt Clark out right now. We're going to bring in, so we can bring in off of that. I hate when it does that, like, because you can't get rid of it. So we can bring on Utapov, who I think is a little bit better than Wolfden. But we're going to bring on Wolfden right now. Just because of the age, I think he can get a little bit of playing time. That'll be good for him. I'm thinking signing players like Wolfenden that we signed really cheap. We can sell him to a league in the or team in the championship for a decent profit. And guys, we're going to get out of this match 5-0. XG does not show it being a 5-0 match. We got really lucky in that match, I think. But nevertheless, we're happy about that result. Very pleased. I clicked the wrong one, but same result. And now hopefully we can go get Vargas. So we just got our new signing, Justin Fargus, is in. We've also announced the season ticket sales going up almost 10,000, rounding up. We've sold 7,000 more tickets than last season, which is good news. But we want to look at Justin Vargas, or why do I call him Justin? Who is Justin Vargas? Anyways, it's Reuben Fargus. We signed him. He's in the squad now. Looks to be a really good player. I'm happy about this signing. He wasn't banging in goals. I mean, he started some games in the Bundesliga last year or the year before that. Like I said, 3.5-star, 4-star potential player. This is kind of what I want to bring in at this young age with a decent $10.25 million fee, and he's worth $12 million right now, so that's only going to go up. We're happy about that. One thing I wish that you could do in Football Manager, so you know how you all come to the scouting screen to see, hey, I want you to request some players for me. So you go here, you bang, I want to look at left wingers. Okay, cool. I like this. Hey, man, this guy looks really good here. Grady looks awesome. But he cost almost $40 million. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that would be nice to sign him. So what I wish we could do in Football Manager is, like, when you go to, hey, request a GM to scout, or find a player, that there was a little bit like, hey, how much do you want to spend? Like down here, just a little option for you to put, how am I going to send $6 million on a player on a transfer? You know of anybody? Kind of frustrating that that's not in the game. But we are really happy about that. Like I said, we got 4 players. They're not really like mad, but they're not happy. This one right here really just like frustrates me. It's like, dude, chill out. Craig Forsyth was never going to start with for us this year. Yeah, he was an influential player. Grow up. But I'm not at this Wolves game yet. I just kind of wanted to discuss the signing of the new guy, Reuben Fargus. We'll be back at that game though. All right, so it's time for the Carabao Cup Draw. Time to see who we're going to get. Obviously, I would like to play a lower league team right now. Don't really want a Premier League squad. Oops, still clicking. All right, here we go. So we have a bunch of teams still left that we can hopefully pull from. hoping it's not one with PL by the name. We get Salford in the, what round is this? Fourth round? Second round. Where did I get fourth round? Playing Salford in the second round. Y'all won't ever see that game. That'll be just me. So we're getting a little bit more healthy now. We did lose Grief to an injury as well. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. It is 3 weeks. He's got a hernia. So Marshall is back in goal. But we've got some other guys healthy. So we've decided to change the tack completely from the 5-0 win over Northampton. So looking at the squad now, we got Marshall in goal. Back four of Stacey, Sauter, Clark, and Novak. In midfield, we got Bird, Knight, and Sibley. I kind of want to put him on a Mazzala support role. On the right-hand side, we got Vargas. Left-hand side, we got Armstrong. And up top, making his debut, is Gonzalez. I'm excited about this match. I think we can do all right in it. Not sure how Wolves finished last season. Sorry, that was probably kind of loud. But we're gonna give it a go against them. I am trying to change up the lineup a little bit here. Where is he? There he is. So we're gonna play those guys. The gentleman that we signed, Sanderson, he is asking to leave the club because he's concerned that I've replaced him, even though he's a squad level player. So he's just gonna have to suck it up. That's all I gotta say. I mean, like, bud, you can't even play right now. You're injured. You're going to get some playing time when you get healthy. It's kind of been frustrating because all off season nobody wanted a new contract. Come the start of the season, after I've spent all the money, hey, we want a new contract. Can I get a new contract? Hey, I'm kind of upset you replaced me, but I signed you to be a squad player, not an important player. Okay. It's going swimmingly. But we got the Wolves matchup today, so hopefully we can beat them. Wolves is one of the teams I actually like in the Premier League that I keep up with. So, I mean, okay, we're not going to have any highlights in the first half. I mean, I'm not against that because, like I said, I don't think we're that good of a squad. All right, so it is a Wolves highlight to start the match. It was kind of disappointing to see Grief is out for a little bit. As I said at the start of the season, he's got to be an important factor for us. And Wolves taking the lead in the 39th minute, 1-0. Marshall's not good enough for this could have stopped that. But nevertheless, it is 1-0. And the attack is not looking near as good as it did last match. Pump the fist, outstretched arms, hands on the hips. You've been unlucky so far. If you look at this, I'm not really mad at how the games went. And yeah, I would like to be up right now, but sometimes that kind of stuff happens. It looks like it might be one of our highlights now, though. Marshall kicking it forward. Can't find anybody. Kicks it right to a Wolves player. Novak's there to stop the attack. And we got a little bit of a no highlight for us again, I guess. Last match, our offense looked really good. I changed it completely up, and for some reason, they don't look as good. We may be changing it up a little bit, bringing in some of the guys that looked good in the last match, like Dembele and Uziak. I just wanted to see Armstrong and Gonzalez out there together. Armstrong, he gets his third of the season, tying it up, assist by Louis Sibley. Gentlemen, I think we got a pretty good player in Aiden Armstrong. I think that's his name. Aiden or Adam. And see, what's going to get me is Walter Gonzalez. His name on the screen says Walter instead of Gonzalez. So there's going to be times when I don't realize who that is. I'm going to have to change his name, his nickname to Walter, just Walter, because on the game he doesn't have Gonzalez out there. Clark has picked up a little bit of an injury, so I think we're going to take him off. Kutupov, I guess that's how you say his name. Kutupov is coming in for him. We're going to do that right now. I think at the next substitution, what we're going to do is we're going to move Armstrong up to Gonzalez, and then we're going to take Gonzalez off for Dembele, which is what we're going to do right now. Make that swap. And I want to play Sanderson. Like, I might would have played Sanderson in this game because I don't think Stacey looked particularly well. He didn't do nothing wrong. He just didn't look great in the last match. I thought that was us for a second. Dang. 2-1 now by Wolves. But yeah, like I said, I probably would have started that Sanderson kid if he would have been healthy in this match. Yeah, we're looking like we're struggling a little bit out there right now. I think it was a mistake by me in this match to put all three. All right there. Good job, fella. That was pathetic. That was awful. I mean, he just blew past everybody. I mean, he can do that, though. Wow. Congrats, big fella. I mean, Traore's a fucking beast, but sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but good. I didn't expect that from him. We're going to go a little bit more attacking, I think. I mean, we're going to have to. We're not going to win this match. But to win one of the two matches in the first was good, I think, for us. We do have a tough that was a good save by Marshall. We do have another tough matchup after this. It's against Liverpool, so I'm expecting 2 losses back-to-back. Then after that, we're going to be playing against Salford. So we should win that matchup to hopefully try helping form out a little bit. But I think it's going to be a very up-and-down season this year. I'm still impressed, like Traore just like beating the brakes off of everybody. And we just got outclassed in this match. It's 4-1 now. They've been the much better side at the second half. First half we had a chance, I thought. The second half, these last 10 minutes we've played awful. We do have a highlight here, Burge kicking a corner. Can't find anybody. And now it's another counterattack by Wolves. And I think me staying positive throughout most of the match was an issue. Novak picks up a little bit of a knock. It looks like he was able to get up. So it looks like we're going to go from winning 5-0 in the first match to losing 5-1 in the second. Talk about a wild turn of events. Second half was pathetic by us. Reuben Neves has had a hell of a game too. Okay, let's get out of this match. Thank the Lord. I'm not happy with that performance. I mean, I could have took the 2-1 defeat, but 5-1, that's absolutely pathetic. But yep, there we go. So Novak's out for 5 to 8 days, and Matt Clark is out for 4 to 7 days. So we have a couple more injuries in the squad. Not a good look. Talk about a great start to the episode, and then just an absolutely disgusting end of the episode. If you enjoyed that video, though, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know who you think is going to be our key player this year. Thanks, guys.